Hi, everyone. Welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. And today we're going to mix it up a little bit, and I'd like you to meet my moderator. This is a lady who has helped me out the last few months with the channel and interacting with folks in the comments. Her name is Julie. She goes by Trance Granny in the comments. And so today, Friday, November 4th, 2022, we're just meeting briefly to let you meet my moderator. And this is something I hope to do more often, where we meet some of our subscribers and people that correspond with us regularly, because there's a lot of really neat people that have crossed our paths in the last few months. Hi, Julie. Welcome to the channel.
Hi. This is awesome. This is just really amazing to do this, Laura. It's really great to talk with you.
Well, thank you. And thank you for your help as a moderator. Hey, tell me a little bit about what that experience has been like for you.
Oh my gosh. I mean, just weird. I keep thinking out of 8 billion people, our hearts are coming together, and I met this beautiful lady, Laura, that just came into my life. I prayed for somebody. Um I needed somebody like you, and I just resonated with everything you said, and I love to comment. I'm not a big commenter, but we just kind of got flowing with the chats, and it's just been really great because you asked me and I was so honored, and I'm like, me? But yeah, I'll do it. It's fun because why not? But yeah, it was really fun, and the biggest joy I've had is just seeing all the love and just so many beautiful hearts that say so many beautiful things, true things about you, and they just appreciate the truth and your information that you give. Because like for me, I don't really have a lot of time. I'm a caregiver. I don't have a computer. I'm just out of touch a lot. And so I really appreciated all the information and the great subjects that you come out with. It helps me and keeps me up to date. But it's been really fun to just get to know some familiar names that keep sharing the love, and we love each other, we care about each other, we look out for each other, and that's what it's about. So it's been really fun. It's been really great.
It kind of widens our circle when we wake up. It happens to different people at different times, and seldom does it happen to a whole family unit. So we find ourselves a little isolated, I find. And that's one of the reasons, even though with the channel, even though some of the comments are censored, and that's not always us. There's times I click on it, it says 14 or 140, and then I click again, and they've removed two before I ever saw them. So there is
Right.
some censorship going on with that, but it's still a great chance for us to meet other people that are kind of close to where we at as far as searching for truth and looking for information and being willing to think outside the box a little bit. And
Right.
I noticed
And
your comments. You mentioned being a caregiver, and I've done that role too in my life, so I had a heart for that. And I think I had read a comment where you were saying you kind of wondered how and what you could contribute. And I thought, well, gee, a moderator is something you can do on your own schedule and from the privacy of your own home, and still, maintain your other obligations. So thank
yes,
you so much. It's been great having a little support.
well, it's been a true pleasure, honestly, because it doesn't require a lot, and I want to help. I'm just so happy to be a part of this beautiful family you're building, and that's what we are. We're just connecting hearts, and that's what it's about. So
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I feel like I've extended my family and definitely my friend circle since the channel started. But tell us a little bit now about you, because one of the things I also noticed in one of your comments, you mentioned something about a way you'd found to be of service in a very small way, even though your budget's limited and your time is limited being a caregiver. Could you tell us a little about that?
Oh, I guess I live in a big city. I live in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I didn't really choose to be downtown in a big, city, but after my husband, he is a recovering and survivor from brain cancer, but we kind of didn't really have a lot of choice where we were. So I'm smack in the middle of Salt Lake City, Utah. It's a large city. There's a lot of homeless people. There's villages. There's like 10 villages on blocks at a time. And it was so hot this summer. We just had an extreme heat. And I think a lot of people had that. And, you know, I'd go to Costco and buy a couple of cases of water because, we've been all trying to be prepared for this whatever emergency. And I always had an extra case of water in my car. And I thought, I'm just going to put like 10 or 20 in my fridge and get them cold, take a cooler and keep it in my car, because I would drive around the city and just see people with dogs, pets out in this heat that are just walking around, and some of them are so downtrodden. And I just pull up and say, here, would you like a couple of cold waters? One time it was raining really bad, and I was taking my dog out for a walk, and I saw this poor young man. He was sitting for some shelter, and it reminded me of my son. I have two kids, and he was just in a bad way. He was definitely on some drugs, and I thought, oh my gosh, I just made tacos. I mean, I ran in my house and I wrapped up just a plain taco with cheese and a couple, three or four of them. And I ran back out and I thought, oh, he might not even be there. But I just ran out and I put the sack in front of him and I said, can I feed you dinner tonight? I just made these. And I bless you with God's love to please brighten your day and have a good night. And I just put it in front of him and I said, God bless you and have a good night. And it made me feel, I cried all the way home. I didn't know him. I didn't know if he gave a crap, but I'd done that a couple of times, and I started keeping just those little granola bars and stuff. And I just thought, I'll hand him a couple with the water, and I just started handing them out because it was so hot daily. And sometimes I just go drive around just to see if I could find somebody, because it's all I could do. And it wasn't a lot, but I'd say, here's one for your pet and a couple for you, and it was just, I'd have little gallon bags of dog food because we have a large dog, and I would just get like gallon bags of dog food and keep that in my car, 4 or 5 of them, and then I'd hand that out. And so it was so simple, but it really warmed my heart, so yeah, it was fun.
Well, when we do something like that for others, I think we get more out of it ourselves. I really do. Yeah.
Definitely.
So, that just really touched my heart. There's times and ways that I've tried to, help others. And one of the things, I do is I share the proceeds from this ad revenue with my local food bank. When they found out I was moving to Maine and Maine's going to be the one getting it in the future, they were very excited about the move. But I'll continue doing it, because it's a way I can help, and it wasn't money I was counting on to use to live anyway. So as long as I don't increase my standard of living, it's extra.
The way I look at it, and blessings come back to us
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
anything, to smile and pass somebody on the street. I mean, yeah, it's just, we can all be kind. We can all hand out not that people have to go out and hand out water, but it's a simple thing and it doesn't impose on me and it brings me joy. And I think if everybody can do just a little thing, even a smile, it's going to change the world. I believe that.
I do too. Like I said, we do what we can for our family, for our friends, for those around us. And those little circles are going to mingle and overlap and make a
Yep.
difference, you know? And just when you're looking for ways to help, one of the things now I know there's people you don't want to make eye contact with that may be high or something like that. But how often when we pass someone in our car that's panhandling, do we look down, look away, pretend like we don't see them?
I
I at least make eye contact and smile now. And
Yeah, or throw a God bless you out the window. I mean,
yeah,
it's lit. It's a vibrational ripple into the world.
yeah,
So, yeah.
absolutely. Well, tell me what your biggest hope and dream is for 1 year from today. If we
Oh my,
met again on November 4th next year, what are you hoping will have happened in this 12-month period?
Wow, aren't we all hoping for something tomorrow? Yeah, definitely. Like, oh, nuts, Bill. It's like there's just so much. There's so many needs and there's so much craziness. But for me, I guess number one, our children, I want our children to be safe and no more avenues to hurt them or hurt them or harm them. I want families to come together. I've had problems in my family. My kids think I'm nuts because I say, "Oh, you better keep some cash on hand or the banks are going to go down," or just little things, where I send them a video and they're just like, "Mom, you're really losing it, You're really crazy." The same thing we get, but I want so much has just torn us apart. Friendships and families and even couples and parents and children. I want us to come together, however that is, in abundance, in spiritual rising, in kindness. I need our families to come together. Um, I hope that, I think money is a really hard thing that people are fighting about, and it's so terrible. I think that if we can have a little bit of a break and a little bit of hope, then our spirits and ourselves, inner selves, can open up and just embrace each other. So I hope in a year from now we have abundance of some sort, whether that's a little bit or a lot. I hope that there's awakening to this awful governmental around the world. I hope that good people can arise from our elections. I hope that people can remember who they are. Remember that we're all special, that we're all valued, that we're all important. That's what I want. I want everybody to feel like they matter, and there's no need to be mean and hateful. We can just be kind and give a hug, and then it's a hug for us. If we give a hug, then we get a hug. But that's what I want. I want families to come together. I want our children to be safe. I have 2 little grandkids I love so much, and it worries me every day. I want there to be cancer gone. My husband, his cancer is possibly coming back, and so many cancers are arising from whether it's the pokes or whatever. I hope that disease can be eradicated, that we can have new healing. Medical will be a burst of knowledge, and we can heal ourselves, that we can realize we can heal ourselves, because I think we really can. So I hope that's a lot, but that's what I want. I want together. I want healing mentally and physically. So it's
Well,
going to
I
happen.
hope if we regroup in 1 year, I hope we've seen progress on all those fronts. Yeah,
Got to. It's coming. I feel it.
it is. I don't know how it's going to roll out. I don't rule out a big solar flare that's going to change us in some way. I don't say anything's impossible. All I do say is anytime prophecy's been fulfilled, it's happened in unexpected ways that afterwards you go, well, duh, if I thought about it, of course it had to be this way.
God is, I think his hand is coming, is working. I feel it. We just have to have faith, because I'm done with the fear. I'm done. I don't need it. I don't want it. It doesn't serve it. It doesn't serve anyone. It doesn't serve ourselves. And so I think with faith comes hope, and with hope comes peace. And it's going to roll into our all rising and being joyful inside. And I think it's coming. It's got to. I think
Yeah.
go. It can't stay anymore. It's got
Yeah.
to go. Yeah.
Well, Julie, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to speak with my subscribers so they kind of know. And again, in the comments, she's Trans Granny. And she is the author of some really loving and supportive comments and replies. And I know you've made a circle of friends within our circle of friends, and I just love seeing that. So,
Love it so much. There's so many beautiful hearts and all over the world. It's just you have given me such a gift just see how you are loved and give my love. I love you all, and I'm grateful for all of you. I just hope together we're going to win. We're going to do this. We're going to support each other, and we're going to succeed. It's going to be great. And
we're all heading towards the light. Even the darkest of us are heading towards the light, whether they realize it or not. Some are just like on a marathon. I was talking with a friend today. I said some are the world-class sprinters. Some are just serious runners. Some are walking, but we're all heading towards the light, and no dropouts are allowed.
right,
You
right.
know?
And thank you, Laura. You have given me a gift of love, and it's just blooming. It's blooming into this beautiful community, and I thank you so much. And I love each and every one of you. Mwah.
Okay. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you, Julie, for joining us. And thank you, everyone, as we mixed it up and tried something a little different. And hopefully we'll be back soon and meet a couple of more of our very special community members. So until next time, love and light from me and Julie.
Mwah.
Okay, bye.